What's going on, everybody? We are back here live here on the OT Radio Show, and we got a very good show for y'all today. Today, we are bringing in actress, international recording artist, man, Layla Khepri is joining us here on the show. She is blessing us with her presence today, y'all. And when I tell y'all, this is a treat for y'all. This is a treat for y'all. Now listen, she didn't share the stage with stars like Drake, Two Chainz, Young Gotti, just to name a couple of people. And she was awarded Best Live Performance by the Underground Music Awards and Best New Artist by International Music Conference Awards. And right now, we have her here to talk to your boy OT live and direct. So, producers, if she is in ready to have a conversation, in, bring her on in because we ready to have a conversation with her to see what's going on with her, what's been popping, and what is she going to be doing in 2023 and 2022. So, our producer says she's ready, she's in. I'm ready to have this conversation. So, let's bring her on in. What is going on with you?
Hey, I don't even know where to start. It's been so much lately. Oh, you know what? Let me start by turning off my air conditioning. That would be nice. One time for the audience. As a filmmaker, I should know better than that. Should know better
Right,
than that.
what?
But yeah, it's a lot going on. Just working on the music and ready to drop another album.
Mhm.
Our latest feature film as a production company just got picked up by BET Her, so it's going to be airing sometime
Mm.
in November. Had the premiere in July, so that's
Mm.
going good. We're working on new scripts as a team that we're getting ready to produce as a company with our sister company Gen One. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Wow. So let's dive right into this because I mean, you got a lot of stuff going on. You're doing a lot, actress, producer, recording artist, filmmaker. You know, how did all this come about? Because people need to know this. How did all this come about? When did you know that you had that it?
To be honest, not till my later years, as far as like actually just acknowledging that, it was a God-given talent and really appreciating it for that. It just writing in general always came natural to me. Wrote stories that they ended up sending me around the school to recite to different classes in my elementary school because we had some project that we had to write stories and stuff. So and then high school, started freestyling, really started getting more into like rap. And just to backtrack a little bit, in middle school, my best friend Hazel and I and Angel, shout out to them because those my bees for life. But we would go home after school to my best friend Hazel's house, and we would like record on this little like it was so sad but so dope at the same time. Those are some of the fondest memories. But like a little $20 mic just on the little record jump that all the computers came with. So after 60 seconds, you had to hit record again to pick up where you left off. So that as far as just like talent always being there by the grace of God, just always a talented writer. But really, like after high school, um, I was getting ready to go to the Navy and I was working with some producers at the time. And they ended up having a conversation with me just off some like the Navy will always be there. One of the hardest decisions I ever had to make because, part of my dichotomy is just like I have a hero mentality about myself. So when going to the
Mhm.
Navy, I was supposed to go for search and rescue specifically, just because their motto
Mm.
was so others may live. And that really, that really resonated with me. So
Right.
yeah, it was one of the hardest decisions that I ever had to make. Ended up staying for music. My mom, she believed in me wholeheartedly. God bless her soul. Got me my first like uh Beats pair of headphones, got me my first Beats laptop so I could really get music, get music done. She just really believed in me. And around that time I met my first manager, Lady Reds.
Mhm.
And she's when it comes to even my other entrepreneurial, you know, um, endeavors, meeting her and my current manager, she's my business partner now, but my current manager, Essence, between the two of them, they just had their hands in so much, had and have their hands in so much that, to be around that type of like, minded people,
Right.
um, it just naturally, I'm a curious person as is, I'm an ambitious person as is. So being around those type of people really, just made me want more for myself and know that there's more out here than, you can pursue this, but that doesn't mean that you can't, that you have to miss out on, B, C, and D type things.
Right.
So as far as music goes, after high school, linking with Rez, she was shooting my videos. And even, throughout our 10 year of knowing each other, she acquired so much camera equipment, being just a business person and, had some capital to do so. And when those cameras were around, I'm not going to pick it up eventually and helping her on various sets.
Right.
It really, I picked up a lot subconsciously, like,
Mm-hmm.
and that being said, shout out to everybody that's out there doing PA work like for free and everything. It pays off, like, especially when you're on the sets with the right people and you just observe and watch them. And, you really pick up on things that you don't even know about until you're put in the position to actually apply them. So, um, that was dope as far as like getting in music. And that was kind of like a conduit or a segue or whatever to getting into film. And
Mm-hmm.
then from having a film company and like an actual established media production company, that led to other entrepreneurial assets like real estate, trucking companies. So it's been dope. It's been dope. But like from
Look
A
at
to
you.
Z, that's kind of like
Uh-huh.
how I got started. And we here now.
Yeah, listen. That right there is just awesome. You know what I mean? Because you doing what you're doing, and now look what it had became. It became an empire. So shout out to you. Shout out to you on that one. You know what I mean? Definitely shout out to
Thanks.
you.
I'm gonna claim
Now,
the empire thing because we ain't where
yes,
of course we always want to be further and it's good, but like I'm gonna claim the empire thing because I wanted to be like a legit empire. Like that's the
yeah,
goal.
yeah. So let's talk a little bit because you're from the DMV, right? So you're not too far from OT because he's from Philly. Wow, I just
Hey.
hit a little quick little round real fast.
I
But
was about to say, come on, poetic justice. Let's go, spoken word come through. Hell yeah.
so, so you've been traveling the world, right? And I've been tracking you, right? Because if I had your business partner Warren. And he bring in good people. So you went to China. You did a tour in China. How was that? You have to explain to people who we hear artists say, hey, I went overseas and stuff like that. So explain some of the barriers that you had to break going over there in China. Explain the good things. Explain some things that kind of make you like, oh, you know what? Next time I want to do better.
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, let me say China surprisingly was one of the most lit, best experiences that me and my companions have ever had. And we had been to Brazil. We had been to it was just, how you go so many places so many times, like places start to look a little redundant, everywhere kind of
Uh-huh.
feels familiar. But with China, you just you're in a different world. Like, you're in a different place. So we were there for like 3 weeks. It felt like we were there for 2 months just with how much stuff we got done while we were there. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but as far as getting over there, it was a little it's tricky. I'm not gonna go into the deets about that, but as far as like having your visa and certain regulations that they have to get over there, whether you know somebody, whether you're going on business, just make sure you know the logistics when you're going over there. But when we did get over there, and it was a long ass flight, good decent plane food actually, especially with the
Mm-hmm.
longer flights, they kind of give you a little more.
Yes, they
But when
do.
we got
Yes, they
there,
do.
when we got there, it was just love. And you'd be surprised how many people over there, especially because they had, they're very strict about with what music people consume there. Like you have to get your
Mm-hmm.
music approved by the government. And that's something that we had to go through the process of doing, of turning over our lyrics, turning over the songs, and they have to yay or nay whether or not you can perform that particular type of song. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but it was still surprising, just the hip hop community that was out there and the things that they're doing. It is still a community out there in itself that exists, and is thriving at that. One of the most memorable parts of that trip was actually performing at one of the government offices that they had out in China that approves those type of things and makes those type of rules and regulations when it comes to their government. And I performed my hit single "Smile and Wave" at the time, and it was a positive type of song, just like "Smile and Wave," like, times is hard, but
Mm-hmm.
just go with the flow type thing. And they actually, I need to find that document, but it was some rule that they turned over or something like that to make it a little bit easier. Now, since COVID happened and the world went
Right, right.
to shit, you know what I'm saying? I can't, I know they got a lot more strict, just because even with like the Asian hate that was going on because of COVID and stuff like that, like China got strict
Mm-hmm.
again. Oh, I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
China got strict again. But I mean, that was one of the most memorable experiences, seeing my face on billboards and posters of some of the venues I
Mm-hmm.
performed at. And the club scene. Woo! It's funny
Talk about
because
it.
my business
Talk about it.
my business partner, Lady Reds, we always, it's actually like an enzyme or something like that in Asian people, where they don't hold, liquor has a different effect on them. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm half Asian, so liquor kind of hits me a little different. I may get the end of the race a little quicker than other people. But it was just so lit there, in a sense that everybody was the rat. It's the first time I've ever seen somebody on all fours throw up. Like, it just lit people everywhere. Everybody drunk doing their own thing. But because of the government out there, the crime rate, you don't have to worry about the things that you worry about here, as regard to, like, when I step out, is my car going to be broken into? Like, we were in Shenzhen, and we just didn't have that concern. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
even like a second thought. Like, it was just that, I guess, free flowing out there, in regard to just everybody having an understanding, like, it could get real,
Mm-hmm.
real quick. So just don't
Yes, it
do it.
can. Right, right, right.
um, but yeah, the clubs was crazy. Like, it reminded you of like the most lit Miami club you've ever been to, where there was just fog and smoke going. And I mean, the architecture in itself, I mean, you imagine, and you see in the movies, like, what Tokyo is like. So it's like, mixture of that, Hong Kong, and just the future on steroids. So it was
Mm-hmm.
dope.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, hands down, one of the best experiences I ever had. The toilets are different. They're like,
Yes, it is.
but
Mm-hmm.
they were different. It's crazy. It's like, they, for the most part, they be like holes in the floor, in the ground. And I don't know if you've seen like the memes of just like the posture you should have when you taking a number two. And I don't know if they like took heed to that. Or if it's cost effective, I don't know. But you're in a different world. But I definitely feel like anybody that is curious about it or gets a chance. And we were in Shenzhen, so it was right by one of the biggest tech malls. You know what I'm saying? In the
Uh-huh.
like 4 different floors of all this tech stuff. And I'm a nerd at heart when it comes to the tech stuff, hence like
Uh-huh.
filmmaker life and like, audio engineer and stuff. So yeah, like that tech company, we were there probably every day because there was so
Mm-hmm.
much to see. And it's actually kind of messed up, because there was like a Supreme store and an Apple store.
Uh-huh.
It ain't no real Supreme or Apple. That's one of the things. If you go to China, especially because they have a lot of tech there, make sure you getting authentic, usable equipment. Because my homeboy, oh, shout out there. I don't even know if I want to say his name. I want to shout him out because that's the only, but I don't know if I want to put him out there. But my poor man, he got a phone, and that phone is just a dud. Like, thought he was gonna Apple. Thought he was gonna Apple. That junk was a pear. Like, so that's some stuff to be worried about. But hands down, one of the best trips I ever had. I love China. I love it. I love China. They gave him a whole cantaloupe of a phone. different the line of different fruits. That was crazy. But it was dope. It was dope.
Oh man.
If
Well, you
you
know what I
still
mean. You
for
know.
the authentic stuff that they do
Uh-huh.
have, it do be cheap though. Like we got a projector screen, like super dope projector screen thing or whatever, compact for stupid
Mm-hmm.
low. Like that, you know what I'm saying? There's some wins out
Yeah.
there. You get some
Yeah.
wins.
Yeah. But make sure you make sure you get the right win. But she said because he got an
Right.
apple, but he got a pear. So I mean, you know.
Yeah, they're different out there, but it's such an experience. Like that's some of the best hot soup I ever had. Like the hot soup that they have out here is phony compared to the
Right.
hot soup they have out there. Like you tried it. You tried it as a soup. They got the real deal. Oh, and then oh man, I went to a nail salon and to get my nails done before the
Mm.
show, and I waited till I got there because I was like, oh, shout out, let us see what it's like, whatever. And you know what? Hold on, we're gonna save that story for a different. We ain't even gonna go into that. I don't even.
No,
That-
no. You
oh
gotta say it.
man. All right,
You gotta say it.
God bless her soul, man. We tipped her nice, but like they gave me, oh man, they gave me the 9-fingered lady. They gave me the 9-fingered lady, and like she was like rubbing my feet, but she was doing it so hard, and she was like an older lady. You don't want.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want. I'm not a rude person. I hate making
Right,
people feel uncomfortable. Like that's never
right,
my mo. I hate
right.
bullies. I hate all that shit. God know me. He made me. I got a good heart. Whatever.
Yeah.
But that shit was some Family Guy shit. Like she's rubbing me with her 9 fingers like super hard, and then like the nail job she did, unfortunately was so bad. Lady Reds had to come in behind her and like do it with the nail polish they had there, and people was just staring, and it was crazy. It was a little uncomfortable, and I felt bad about that situation, but that shit was
Right.
crazy. The massages there are super cheap. Man, there's a reason why I felt like we were out there for like 3 months when we was there for 3 weeks. Like
Uh-huh.
the studio, went to the studio with the DJ, and
Mm-hmm.
it was visit China. Visit
Yeah,
China.
yep.
It was too dope.
For
It
sure,
was
for
dope for
sure,
real.
for sure, for sure. So how was it gracing the stage with, people like Drake, 2 Chainz, Young Gotti? You just coming in it and now you gracing the stage with it. Like China was lit. So now let's go ahead and take it back to, America real fast. How was it different from your China, experience to, the American experience basically?
It was hella different, even as an independent artist, because I'm not gonna like even the opening for Drake and stuff like that. To be perfectly honest, I didn't see him. You know what I'm saying? Like I performed so early in the beginning. It's not like I got to see him in person or nothing like that.
Hmm.
So honestly, opening for independent acts like Futuristic and Poya and Reverie, those were some of my even more lit shows, just because people think that just because you're on mainstream, it's popping. It's super where it's at, and it is. It has its pros and cons, the same way that indie artists, going the independent route has its pros and cons. But as far as like the independent shows that I performed at, opening for, them Jones was
Hmm.
the most lit, because them be like cult following. Like imagine Nicki Minaj's following, but like in a I don't even want to say more compact, because they were still like 300 people venues. But just it's just like a cult like following, that it was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like the love that they showed at them type shows. And to be honest, of course I want to get to the Rolling Louds and stuff like that. And just because I know as I progress, I'm gonna get on bigger levels where I'm gonna see the main, mainstream artists and running them and stuff like that. But indie shows be lit.
I know it
like
do. I know
like
it do.
especially particular artists that's really out here grinding and stuff. Like them
Hmm.
motherfuckers be having rooms full of people that are just like I'll do whatever you want. Like they be crazy. So I mean, them those be they hit different. They hit different. Like the loyalty in them indie shows be on a different level. But like,
That's a fact. See, a lot of people don't know because a lot of people don't go to these shows. You know what I mean? So I will
ah,
always tell people to definitely go to them shows. Definitely go to all those kind of shows because that's where you actually get to see them in their real form. You know what I mean? And up close and personal because once they start getting big, oh yeah, you'll be about a couple of blocks away from them. You know what I mean? So get to see them
mm-hmm.
now where you can get that up close and personal. I will
And not
always
only
tell
that,
people.
if you really fuck with somebody, like as artists, we that don't take our you know our stuff for granted. Like we remember those people. Like if you was a day
Hmm.
one and you still rocking with us, you'd be surprised how much you actually stand out in the pool of people, you know what I'm saying, that
That's a fact.
show love. Like there's a plenty of people, fans that I'm very grateful and blessed for, that I know when they was there listening to my stuff in the beginning, and they still show love now. They show love in the beginning. They show love when at my darkest times and my biggest times. And I think that as independent artists and even mainstream artists, like when you have that group of people that really fuck with you and they've seen your ups and downs and you're relatable to them and they've just seen everything you go through, so that connection builds even stronger. Like that they say, you know what I'm saying? Like for every 10,000 followers you have, like 100 people, whatever, like just be, and that's why I think transparency as an artist is a big thing also, just letting people really see who you are. Like you'd be surprised the connections you make just off people that are looking for that, especially in this day and age. Like everybody's so
Yeah,
cold, everybody's so I don't want to say inauthentic because that's not it, but just, you know what I'm saying, focused on trying to just put on this facade. And even that, and it's a catch-22. I see people that are being more transparent, but I think that's really the route to go. Time and a place. But I feel like transparency. That's when you're gonna make the realest connections of people that really
I
stick with you, because yeah,
I
they fuck
definitely
with you
agree
on
with
that
that though.
intimate level.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. Definitely agree with that. So let's go ahead and talk about you being an actor. So how did all
Actor.
that come about? You know what I mean? Because you listen, you done been on, billboards, you done been in commercials. Like, talk to me. How did that come about?
So I became an actor.
Ah, I love it. I love it. I love it.
um so I always had a big imagination and stuff like that. Love playing pretend as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Definitely was like the games as far as playing pretend was endless. But when I was in high school, I took on my drama class for the first time, and that shit was so dope. They had us do a monologue, and I ended up playing somebody with split personalities. And at the end of it, the class was just, I got compliments out the like, it was nothing. The teacher complimented me, and it was just like, bro, like that shit was so real. So I kind of knew I had a knack for it. Was supposed to do I don't know why in high school we were trying to do Sweeney Todd, but we were trying to do the playboard. Like, come on, y'all gonna do Sweeney Todd for high school? Like, you really think that's gonna get approved? All the bloods and whatnot, but we tried it. And yeah, so that didn't go through. But even during like the preliminary, like the going to practices and everything was really fun. And since then, like acting wise, my acting career has been pretty parallel with my rap career. I just didn't put it on, the pedestal like I did my music.
Hmm.
Or I don't know if it just didn't gain traction as fast, or based on the type of projects I was doing, like web series and everything. Um, but came across a lot of good men just off my acting career. And even my music career, it's crazy how many people started transitioning into film, especially in the past couple recent years, which
Hmm.
coincidingly is when I started the media production company with Lady Reds. And it just naturally kind of flew in together, like it seamlessly. Like I said, with Lady Reds shooting my videos, the camera equipment was there. It just it just all kind of naturally flowed into each other. Even with Essence, you know what I'm saying, getting into films now and production.
Hmm.
It's just crazy how it just naturally took that turn. And then As far as like my big premiere bundles, the feature film that got picked up by BET, that's going to be like the biggest premiere thus far.
Yeah, because I was about to talk
Um,
to you about that one. I was about to talk to you about that one, but go ahead. Let's talk about bundles. Let's talk about that.
Oh man, bundles is crazy dope. Bundles was crazy dope. You know, it was our first as a conglomerate. The writer Cap Hill, and shout out to Cap Hill and Kiki Hill's wife. They just had their baby today, their son Sire. So shout out to them, healthy baby boy. But he's the writer of bundles and got connected off of music. He ended up writing the script. Lady Reds ended up shopping it. Surprisingly, my investor who I signed to at first from music when I was with
Mm-hmm.
iCore Music Group, the independent label. He's the one that invested and he's the executive producer in bundles. So, like I said, the way things just
Mm.
transitioned from music into film was kind of crazy. It was kind of kismet, just how things happened. Um, but yeah, since then, that was in 2019 that we shot it. So bundles was crazy because it took 2 years to really come to its end of actually being able to get the product done and shop it. Shout out to Lady Red. She put her heart and soul into that as a producer, line producer, post-production manager. Like she did the most to get that movie like really up to par. The script was already great, the actors, they were all great, but as far as like the hard, the behind the scenes, everybody
Mm-hmm.
did hard work, but like when all was said and done, when it came from the production, like she she saw it through. Let's just say that. And same with Cap. He stayed there to the end. Jeff, um it obviously was really good, at least good enough, especially as a first feature film for BET to
Mm-hmm.
even have eyes on it. Like that's a blessing. Like it just felt
Yes,
like a
it
blessed
is.
situation, but it also with that being a super blessed situation and everybody just kind of being in tune with one another and being like, yo, this is gonna be lit. Of course, there's gonna be its adversity. So like on day
Yeah.
one, it tsunami literally. We had an outdoor shoot and it tsunamied out of nowhere. Like literally
Wow.
within 5 seconds, it thunderstormed and rain came pouring. The actresses all had to run into the van. People were trying to throw blankets and stuff over the lights and the audio
Right.
equipment because it
Right.
just came out of nowhere. And I think
Mm-hmm.
a lot, not even I think, but production equipment got messed up to the point where it was like some people were hesitant about even coming back the next day just off being blown. That thousands dollar worth of equipment just got
Yeah.
ruined and no one
Yeah.
saw it coming. And then the very last day that we filmed, the crew that was there got held up at gunpoint. And
Wow.
yeah, dude made, you know, he was a
Yeah.
gentleman robber though. I've never, and I
Really?
commend him for it. He was a gentleman robber. He put it, he had everybody lay out, but he only patted down the dudes. And he
Okay.
specifically said, I don't pat down women. I was like, okay, which man, so it was a weird feeling. It was
Right.
real mixed emotions in that. But shout out to him not patting down women. That's what's up. You
Mm-hmm.
only put them on their face.
Wow.
But it was
What?
it was a crazy shoot. There was a lot of deaths that happened in the families of a lot of people that were involved in the film during the production. Like
Mm-hmm.
the shit was crazy. Like just as far as the adversity and everybody just getting adjusted. But like I said, it was a great learning experience, especially for that to
Mm-hmm.
be our first one. Obviously, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
love and a lot of hard work got put into it because the end result was, in my opinion, super dope, especially
Yes, it
like
is.
as a DMV. We incorporated everybody DMV, music to talent, actresses, and all that, everything DMV. Um, and we were rocking with the same team as far as the further productions that we're doing, like the short
Mm-hmm.
film Poor Guy that's out, New Brew that Lady Resin Cap wrote, Baby Daddy's Club. It's a lot of dope stuff that's coming out. And even for the BET move, shout out to Chris and Kev. They know who they are. That like it's just been such a blessed situation and things that when something don't go your way but it still works in your favor. Like
Yep.
like that's
Hey,
it
listen.
just taught me to go with the flow because shit ain't the way that I expected it to be, but it's
But it
somehow
still
still
turned
working.
out. Yep, it still turned out good. So,
Look at
you
God.
listen, you going through all that adversity, and going through all that. Now look at the end result. See, that goes to show that
Godly.
you was dedicated. You know what I mean? Like you dedicated. You dedicated to the game. You dedicated. Now
I,
you owning your own media company.
uh-huh.
Ah, now, now you got a film that's going to be on BET. Her. How do you feel about that?
Oh man. So even to piggyback off the last thing that you said about like me being dedicated or whatever, I've been through hardships between, my the peak. I won't even say the peak of my career because it's still going, but like when I first took off, I actually gained a lot of traction very fast. It was a
Mm-hmm.
blessing. Then when my mom passed, I digressed. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of artists that kept on trucking and their moms passed around the same time. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what it was. It hit me harder than, you know what I'm saying? Like it hit so bad, it threw me off track. That was my why. My mom was my why at the end of the day. So I had to
Mm-hmm.
find something to replace that. And with my sisters and everything like that, uh, it's just it, I feel super blessed. I can't take away
Right.
from that because I know it's not all me. I mean,
Yep.
it's not. It's not. I'm not the one that got me here. I'm not. I had such, suicidal and all that, like that struggle. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people go there, whatever. But like it got real a plethora of times, and I didn't have to be here today. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna say that it's me that mustered through. It's because at the end of the day, when my back was against the wall and I felt like there was nobody else there, I prayed. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
And God came
Listen.
through. So not to be no
Listen. I'm
Jesus fan,
still
or
going
nothing
through
like
it.
yeah,
Let me
yeah,
tell you
honestly,
something.
where
Listen,
well,
listen. Let me tell you
where
something.
and it
See, a lot of people really don't understand, right? Until they lose a mother, right?
mhm.
And I used to always hear the cliche of, hey, I know how you feel, and no, you really don't, because your mother's still here. You still get to have conversation with your mother, and
Mhm.
mothers are the rock, regardless of how people might feel. You know what I mean? When that hit, that hit. Because let me tell you something. I got out of radio for after my mom passed away 2 years.
Mm.
I didn't get back in because I
It,
didn't have no
yeah,
motivation to get back in.
it be
You
that
feel what
way.
I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
it hit, yeah, yeah, and it hit differently. Like you said, it hits everyone differently. I got brothers and
Mhm.
sisters, but mine's hit differently. And thank you for her. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't be having this conversation with you without her. Because I gained, man, listen, I went up to like 300 pounds. Didn't even know that I was actually depressed. And a lot of people
Mhm.
don't know. You know what I mean? So for me,
Mhm.
you know, when I realized that I was depressed and going to counseling, because I would tell everybody, definitely go to counseling. There's nothing wrong
Absolutely.
with it. Definitely
Mhm.
go to counseling, and it's a blessing. So I would say it's a blessing to see you. You know what I mean? And
Absolutely.
still keep going, because this is what she wants you to do. And
Amen.
that's why I'm here now. That's why I'm here now, having conversations with you right now. You know what I mean? Because it was hard. It was hard. People don't know. The only people know is the people that are around you, because once all the flowers and stuff go, you start to see who is what and where's people at. Family, oh, I love you, I love you. You know what I mean? But then soon, all of a sudden, that that rock is gone. You don't see them. You don't hear from them.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And now you feel like you're alone, even though you got brothers and sisters, but you still feel like you're alone, because everybody shared a different kind of bond with their mothers.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And some of it hits harder than the other one. Some of them might be like, hey, everything was all good. But man, listen, I understand. I understand. So I commend you 100%.
Same,
You know what I
man.
mean?
Same.
Definitely.
That being said,
Definitely.
I know you know how I feel. So same.
Yep.
Same.
Yep. Yep. So, so now, whoo, whoo, this was one of the realest right here. I'm about to tear up for a second. You know what I mean? So that's why I gotta take this deep breath. Gotta take this deep breath. You gotta take a deep breath, like, whew, yeah, all right, all right. Let's get back to the interview in hand a little bit. Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
I
Love.
feel you, man. I've broken down at shows just the most inappropriate times, and I won't even call them inappropriate. Like those were just moments that let me know,
Yeah.
I had been putting off dealing with it, or I
Yes.
was dealing with it in the wrong ways that
Wrong
it
way.
came up
Yep.
at the that I wasn't in the driver's seat. So it, man, when I say God be working, just like even current situations that I'm going through right now, like it strengthened me. It's some real shit that you be thinking you're ready,
Yep.
until you go
Ooh.
through something, and that'll really be the test of whether you're ready or not. And that's delayed is never denied. I definitely believe in that.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to learn through the process.
Yep.
Like I faced so many demons that I didn't even know I was dealing with, through that process. Um, to the point where I'm grateful. Of course
Yes.
I would still love her to be here, but I'm grateful. The person that turned me into,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the revelations that I had about myself, and just
Mm-hmm.
like the maturing that I had to do and everything. It was a blessing for real. And like that's the biggest thing is like, peace is when you find yourself in fucked up situations, but you find the blessing in it to be able to pull you through, and the lessons in it to pull you through. You got to be open to
Yep.
that, because I found myself really having a victim mentality and I didn't even know it, to like
Mm.
years into dealing with it. Like I said, I had to face some demons, just like, bitch, like, you're pointing fingers, you're blaming everybody. Like, you gotta look in the mirror and be like, the fuck is really up? And,
Yep.
it forced me to do that. And it's just been growth. It's been spiritual growth. It's been so many, like, just different avenues of growth. And I'm still growing. I'm still not perfect. I still got a long way to go, but now at least I'm learning how to enjoy the journey,
Yes.
um
Yes.
and that's to me the most biggest thing. And I have my off days, because
Yeah.
being
Everybody does.
happy, hell yeah, being happy is a choice that you have to make every day.
Every day.
Like every day, for real. Like you can wake up and you can like, it's not something that you master, overnight, or wow, this person after. Nah, people that even look like they're living the happiest lives, that's because they choose that every day. they
Mm-hmm.
they I bet you there was something that could have thrown off their day, they just chose
Yeah.
not to let it throw them off.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much like where I'm at right now, even mentality wise. Like life ain't always gonna be what you want it to be. Just go with the flow.
Love.
Go with the
Yep.
flow. Love people, love yourself. Do whatever you have to do to maintain, you're happy. Stay close to God, stay prayed up. And
Mm-hmm.
don't blame yourself for when you have bad days.
Yep.
Don't
You
blame other
sure
people
don't.
neither. don't blame the
Neither.
other
Yep.
don't blame other people neither, but don't blame yourself. Just, take your time away, do what you got to do to reconnect to that ambition, stay moving. Like
Yeah.
if you're not feeling motivated, move to get
Yeah.
motivated. And take your rest days when you need them. Take your time down when you need them. Just don't get stuck there,
Yep.
because you
There
can't
it
get
is,
stuck
y'all.
there.
Yes, you can, but listen, this right here, y'all. This interview right here is whew. It helped me a little bit too. I want to tell you this interview right here. You know what I
Yay!
mean? Like, we started talking. We started talking now. Like people got to understand. Like we were scripted for a second, and then we just went into our lives. So y'all got a glimpse. Y'all got a glimpse of uh the live. Like y'all think the smiles and everybody smiling, we having fun, but right there, we started talking realness right here. So I
Hell yeah.
definitely appreciate you. Definitely
Appreciate you,
appreciate you.
man. Thank you for
You
having
know.
me.
Oh, listen, no doubt, no doubt. Now, woo. I think I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna hold this one. I'm holding this interview. I'm telling y'all, I'm holding this interview. This one's gonna be in my this gonna be in my video backup. So, if people like, hey, what bloop, hit it. Here we go. You know what I mean? So definitely, definitely, definitely. Let's talk some realness here. So now you're gonna BT her, when can people expect, you know, uh people expect to see your project? What you got going on for 2023? Because 2022 is almost over, so I already know. I'm always looking long term, right? Because we
Yeah.
already did everything for 2022. So what are you preparing for 2023?
For 2023, definitely pursuing more acting opportunities. I would like to, especially now, getting involved more in like the script writing portion and the producing
Mm-hmm.
portion and the executive producing portion of filmmaking. I would like to act in things that I write specifically
Mm-hmm.
off my ESO brain or whatever. I would love that. So 2023, I would really, really love the opportunity to pursue that more. Not even I would love the opportunity. I'm going to create the opportunity to make it happen. And aside from that, the project that I've been working on now, like I said, I'm not going to go into all the, all the
Yeah, the details and stuff. Yeah.
specifics
Mm-hmm.
about why this next project is so transparent and close to heart. But I'll just sum it up as saying, like, I've been hurting for a long time, hence why I
Mm-hmm.
haven't really put out a body of work in a long
Mm-hmm.
time. And I finally got to a point where I've been able to take all my pain and put it into productive outlets such
Mm-hmm.
as music, and getting back into the rhythm of that and being inspired off of that and finding my why again and just
Mm-hmm.
falling back in love with it. Like, I've been doing this for so long, and with the hard, the heartbreaks that came with it, you know uh losing teams, having a new
Mm-hmm.
team, getting a like all that, it was such a painful thing. And even seeing the part that I played in creating some of that pain for myself and for other people, this is
Mm-hmm.
everything. This is just like my heart on my sleeve, um at its rawest form.
Mm.
So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to people to see that side of me. And at the end of the day, I'm getting older, so this is the maturity that you're going to be seeing on this next project. This is just the growth and the craft.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and from there, I want to do a summer project that follows up after that, just because Unicorn Season was the long waited project. This vibe don't fit Unicorn Season as a title, so we're gonna
Uh-huh.
people might be upset, disappointed. We're gonna have to put a pause on that because I'll probably name it something else. It's not gonna
Mm-hmm.
be Unicorn Season though. So Unicorn Season is gonna be coming 2023, just because I have so many songs that I made for that
Mm-hmm.
just ain't the vibe for where I'm at right now, for where we're at
Right.
right now. So I would like to get this project out first. And I don't even know if I want to talk about this part, but there could be, upcoming plays and stuff
Mm.
that I'm planning
Mm.
on doing, not even as an
Mm.
actress, but as an actress and a rapstress.
Mm.
So it's going it's that part I'm excited for. And yeah, just building up more businesses, getting more involved in the community now that I'm in a situation. I'm always nice to whoever, give what I can, but really being involved in like the community and getting more involved in politics and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that is something I definitely want to do for 2023, just because like society, obviously, like, what I'm saying, there's a lot of people going left field right now, but it starts
Yes,
at
they
the
are.
head. It starts at
Right.
the head,
Yep.
what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know how to, like, where to make change, because we're not educated when it comes to politics. And me, even admittingly so, I'm not as educated about politics as I want to be. So I want to get more involved in politics. I'm getting more involved in
Mm-hmm.
politics now, trying to, research and just learn. But politics is something I want to get more involved in, and really just making a difference. Like, when you make music, you change people's lives, the fans, whatever. When you are an actress, they love your work, they find you so talented, they connect with you as a genuine being. But just even when it comes to changing the rules, what I'm saying, with life
Yeah.
as we know
Yeah.
it, like
Well,
it,
yep.
yeah, like working with, and this may sound super ambitious, maybe not 2023, but further in the future, but like, working with scientists to really like invent things that change the earth, what I'm saying, for the better.
Listen,
Like,
speak it,
I'm trying to do
speak it
all
into
that.
existence. Speak it
Yeah.
into existence. I'm going to tell you, speaking into existence, because
Hell
I'm going to tell
yeah.
folks right now. Listen, I'm going to tell folks right now, the jobs to get in the next 10 years is going to be agriculture. Listen to what I said. It's going to be agriculture. People might be like, oh, the
Mm,
computers. Let me tell you something, because they're going to need people to help grow food, to
mm-hmm.
help preserve the earth. So, kids, mark my word on it. If I'm here, God willing, I will be here. We're going to go back to this. And I'm like, yo, I said this 10 years ago. I told y'all. Agriculture, we need more people, more kids into agriculture.
Absolutely.
Please.
Doctors, period. And there's so many
Yeah.
different avenues of being a doctor. I told my business
Hmm.
partner, I was like, I don't know if it's too advantageous, but I would love to leave this world as a doctor of some sort.
Mm.
But doctors, period. And when I say doc, you know what I'm saying? You got
Yeah.
doctors in the
Yeah.
medical field, you got doctors, sociology, biology, scientists, all that. Like doctors, period, as far as like jobs to
Well,
get
'cause I'm
into.
glad you said
Like,
that. I'm glad you
man,
said
there
that
so yeah, that
because you know,
I got my dream board behind me and everything. I don't know if you
listen,
can see it. We ain't playing. We ain't playing.
listen. I can tell you this. I'm glad you said that because we're gonna go into this because I always go into it, after I get finished, interviewing. But you said it, I'm going to speak it too. We do have a scholarship program for any high school senior with a 2.5
Ooh,
GPA that is going into the medical field. So
yes.
so and it's under my mother's name because my mother was a nurse. So um,
Wow.
her legacy will live on because at the end of the day, she loved to help people, and we need it. We
Hmm.
need it. So I would tell you to tell people, who got high school seniors that got a 2.5 GPA. And the reason why I made it 2.5 is because, a lot of people think, oh, you got to have a 3.5 or 3.0. No, 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 no. We're going to do 2.5 because at the end of the day, this helps out. This is a more broaden for everyone. And if you're not a college kid, and if you just want to go to a
Hmm.
2-year college or you want to go to a trade school, my scholarship is for all three.
Oh
So
wow,
at the end of the
nice.
day, it's for everyone. So,
No, definitely.
uh,
Can you definitely after the interview, if you can share that information with me on the back end, I'd love to be able to share that. What's
yeah,
is it any it's just nationwide or it's just
nationwide.
Philly?
No,
Nice.
nationwide. Listen, we
Nice.
already got a hundred applicants that I gotta go through.
Yes.
Please, someone save me. I was like, yo, I gotta read
Nah,
essays
that's
because
dope
you gotta
though.
do. Listen. You
Oh,
gotta
you gotta
write
do it as they
essays.
pour it on
You gotta write
you.
essays, and right now, I have 90, 90, 90, 99. My producer said 99 applicants that I have to
It's
go
like I'm
through.
so happy to hear it because it's like that's good. You know, a good amount of
Yeah.
people is interested in that opportunity, but at the same time, I'm like, I feel bad. It's like
What?
99
This
got 99 problems, and the essay is every single one.
what exactly? And the application don't close until December 15th. So right now
Wow,
we are
nice.
raising like all this money because like I tell people I don't receive the money. Like once you donate, it's tax deductible and it goes straight to it. You know what I mean? Because I got it set up where I don't go through the bells and the whistles. People like, oh, what you going to do with the money? No, listen. Once you donate, you get your little receipt back and all that good stuff, and it goes straight into the scholarship. And we don't touch it.
Nice.
We don't touch
My
it.
man.
And our goal is to help 10 kids this year. You know what I mean? And we are reaching that goal. You know what I mean? And I tell anybody, it was hard. It was definitely hard doing it first because I was like,
I can
kind
imagine.
of little, this gonna be something. But I didn't know the point outcome of, everyone and kids that needs this. You know what I mean? Because we don't talk about it
Hmm.
that much. And wow, when I tell you, I got it from Boston all the way to Wisconsin to Florida, Alabama, Georgia, Delaware, Philly. You know what I mean? So
Hell yeah.
hopefully, matter of fact, I ain't gonna say hopefully. I will be able to help out one
Yeah.
person in each city and
Mm.
state to get a scholarship from us. So
Whew.
that is what we're working on. I'm telling you, that is what we're
That's what
working
I'm
on, and
talking
that's what
about.
I want to do. That's
Godly
what I want
goals.
to
We talking about godly goals. What you mean? Yeah. Like I'm for
do.
that. I'm all
So,
for that. Yes.
factual. So, I would tell you, I send it to you on the back end and you
Please.
just spread the word. You know what I mean? That's all I want. I want people just to know that it's out there and we are a community and we love these kids. And that's what
Mhm.
people, what I mean, because I want the kids to know, like, yo, we love you and we support you, because at the end of the day, you are our future. So, hey,
Yeah.
I need y'all
Absolutely.
because I need you. Listen, I need y'all to take care of me now. I need y'all. I
Right.
need y'all. So listen.
Yeah.
Oh man. So go ahead and tell everybody where to find you at on all social media platforms and websites.
Absolutely. You could definitely find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok at Layla Khepri. That's LaylaKhepri, not like the Capri Sun, even though I got the juice. It's like that. But yeah, Layla Khepri on all social. YouTube, look me up, Layla Khepri, website www.laylakhepri.com. But make sure y'all follow Bundles. It's on Instagram, Bundles the movie, and Bundles movie. I'm sorry, and the link is in the bio. The Indigo Republic, Gen One ENT. The link in my bio. You could watch the Bundles movie right now. I highly
Mm,
suggest it. I highly suggest it. Black centric film. A lot of talented up and coming talent that's on it. A lot of influencers that's on it. But regardless, great storyline, great premise, great talent, and great production overall. So make sure y'all check out Bundles, Amazon. Like I said, it's lit. It's lit.
it's
Make sure y'all
lit.
check out
It's
that.
lit. It's lit. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and follow it, especially on on Instagram and stuff like that to show my support. I'm definitely gonna follow it.
Appreciate
And I seen a couple of
that.
little clippings. I seen a couple of little clippings. Listen, when people want to say about the
I edited
bundle,
a trailer for it too.
oh, yeah, yeah. Listen, I seen the clip before. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. They really talking about bundles getting his bread? Like, yo, like,
No,
shorty,
for
what?
real though. But Bundles is lit, and even like on the film aspect, like I got to edit some of the film, like doing the ADR for it, doing
Mm-hmm.
like casting. Like when I say it taught us so much as far as like film goes, like y'all gotta see it, y'all gotta support it. Like it's so worth it. The trailer, man, go see Bundles, man. Go see
Factual,
Bundles.
factual. Well, look,
It's
you're
such
gonna
a
have to
good
come back
movie.
on. You're definitely gonna have to come back on because
Hell yeah.
because you got some stuff that's gonna be going on in 2023. So you're gonna have to come back on. We're gonna have to talk about it. So
I love
welcome to the
to.
family. Listen, welcome to the family. You are part of the family. So what's up, cuz?
Thank
How you feeling today,
you.
cuz? I mean, so we will be talking to you. I definitely appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you for the
Same,
authentic
same.
interview. You know what I mean? And I wish you well on everything. I wish you well on everything. I give you your roses now because we gotta start giving people out their roses now because you're doing major
Layla.
things and
Thank you.
why not? Why not? So much love to you. Much love. Keep on doing
Same.
your thing. Keep on doing it.
You
And
know
I'll be
it.
talking to you. I'll be talking to you definitely. And I'm gonna send you that information
Please send me
too.
that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, oh yeah, most
All
definitely.
right,
All right,
take,
well look, enjoy the
take it
rest of
easy,
your
y'all.
day.
You
All right,
too.
peace. All right.
Peace.
Oh, good interview, y'all. Listen, recording artist, actress, Layla joined us here on the show, talking to us, chopping it up. Make sure y'all go ahead and follow on all social media platforms. Hey, listen, we here. We did it again. Hey, I love y'all. Y'all be good. And we will see y'all tomorrow, same time, same place, 5:15 here on the OT Radio Show. And make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. Thank you for watching once again this beautiful show, authentic show. Man, lasted almost about an hour. But hey, this is how the shows goes, y'all. So thank you for watching, and we'll see y'all tomorrow at 5:15. Peace.